Hi everyone. Hello. Welcome to my live today. Welcome to my life. Welcome. How's everyone doing? Hey. What's going on, everybody? Can y'all all hear me well? Just let me know if you can hear me well. Because you can't have all this free info going out and, you guys can't hear me. So, yeah. Good. If you guys are excited for this free Airbnb info, let me know in the comments. Drop the 444. You know how we do. If this is your very first time coming on my live, maybe somebody sent you the live, sent you the text message, whatever. I'm Miss Monica Lee, and I am a serial entrepreneur, and I am a Airbnb boss. So I teach others how to get started on the Airbnb platform. I currently host 5 Airbnb properties, and I'm also a co-host on another 5, so in total that's 10 Airbnb properties. And yeah, I teach everybody how they could get an Airbnb bag. So if you guys are excited for that, let me know in the comments. Make sure you do me one more favor, you guys, before we get started. And it's going to be a really quick class. So everybody that hopped on right now, I appreciate you guys for being prompt. You saw the message in my story. Maybe you got a personal text. I don't know how you got here, but that's good that you all are here right now. So let me just tell you something. I want you to, if you can, share this with people that you think would appreciate this live. Anybody that you want to go into this Airbnb game with. Anybody that you want to have some more knowledge about it. Share it with them and then comment the word done in the comments. All you got to do is there's a little arrow that looks like a flying piece of paper. Remember back in the days in school, we used to fold it and fly it out? Showing my age right now. But yeah, so that you just press that and then you share it with your favorite friends. And yeah, we just gonna get into it. So let me get my notes, y'all. You guys know how Miss Monica Lee do. I always gotta have my journal. You guys know I got my journal, my pen. That's what I do. So let me just make sure I stay on course, because y'all know I love to talk. And I don't want to be going all over the place. We want to get right to it. Get right to the info. Okay, so first things first. Again, who's ready for this class? Who's ready for the free Airbnb info right now? Who's ready? Who is ready? I'm not going to start if y'all not ready. That's it. Just let me know. Are y'all ready? I hope you have your notepad. I hope you have a pen, because I'm going to give you free info, like good info today. Okay? So y'all see I'm in my home office today. I was not playing with y'all. Like, I was ready to go. So, yeah, we're going to give you that info that you want. And for those of you who are going to be on the class later tonight at 7 p.m., I got something in store for y'all as well. So, all right. So, let's just get going. I don't want to get y'all too hyped. We got to get focused, okay? So, when you're going into this, before we even talk about the real nitty-gritty of what you need to do for Airbnb, I'm going to talk about what I always talk about to all my students. Y'all know how I do. Let me stop moving back and forth with the goddamn chair like a little child. It's just so fun when it has wheels, So I always tell everybody, mindset is what you need to start. 3 things with your mindset. You need to be a positive thinker. You need to be a person who's always figuring out solutions to problems. And then you need to be somebody who thinks outside the box. So if you don't have that mindset, it's going to be very, very difficult for you to do this, because you're going to come up with excuses. You're going to come up with a million reasons why you can't do something. You're going to run into issues and you're not going to figure out a solution for it. So I like to tell everybody, before you even get started, you have to have that mindset. So if you don't have it, if you're still working on it, that's fine. But you cannot start this without that type of mindset, okay? You have to be resourceful. If you guys don't know what that means, please go look it up. But be resourceful. Look at all of the opportunities around you. And when you think outside the box, you will start to see there's opportunities everywhere. Okay? So I just want to say that before I even get started with all of the info. So now, hi to everybody who just joined the live. What's up? What's poppin'? I'm Miss Monica Lee. I'm going to be giving y'all some free Airbnb info. So, okay. So let's go. let's go. So the first thing you're going to need to do is pick your location. Some of you, for whatever reason, want to be in Miami or Atlanta. I don't know why, y'all. That's not the only places. That's not the only places, okay? Don't feel like if you don't have a unit in Miami or Atlanta, you're not going to make money. That is not true. My background, I come from the aviation world. As a flight attendant, I traveled so many cities, and I've worked flights to many cities that were always packed all year round. There are many cities that you can start Airbnb in. Miami and Atlanta is not the only city, so that's one. So if you don't live in Miami or Atlanta, don't feel like you got to start your Airbnb there. How do you find profitable locations? You're going to use two websites. Mashvisor and AirDNA are going to be your best friends. Before you tell me, oh, you got to pay for it, yada, 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 I don't care. You need to, because how the hell else are you going to find the information for the top locations? Those websites are lit. Because when you go on there, you can see how much other hosts are making. You can even see some of the hosts' exact listing and what street it's on and all of that type of information. So when y'all send me DMs asking me, where are the Airbnb locations? Y'all, first of all, I don't know a lot of y'all. Y'all fail to realize I have 7K followers, and a lot of y'all been following me from friends, recommendations, and things like that. I don't know where you live. I don't know what your funds look like. So I cannot just recommend a place to you up the top. Like, it doesn't work like that, y'all. Okay? So that's one. So I'm not trying to be rude, but please, Mashvisor and AirDNA, those will be your best friends. Something that I like to do also is use Airbnb. Look at the location that you're interested in and narrow it down by looking at areas on the map that you notice there's a lot of Airbnbs already. 9 times out of 10, if there's a lot of Airbnbs there, that means that people are making money there. Okay, so you can start like that. Now, if there aren't a lot of Airbnbs where you're thinking about doing it, that's also a good thing too, because there won't be as much competition. The only thing I want to recommend is that you do your research that people actually are visiting that area. So up and coming areas that people travel to, whether it's for college, whether it's for business, nursing, look into that, because those can be other areas that you can start in and you could still make money. So it's not just the lit cities. Like I said, Miami and Atlanta is not the only place. And honestly, I'm going to tell y'all something. If you get started in these areas with a little bit of money and a little bit of experience, your business may not do too well. When you go on the Airbnb website right now, there's over 300 and something listings in Miami, in Atlanta. So you're going to be competing with hosts who have been hosted on the platform since like 2013. Hosts who have 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, even 100 units. So don't set yourself up for failure. If you don't live in that city, don't feel like you have to host there, okay? That's what I'm going to tell y'all. Now, here's the next thing. You don't have to own property. You don't need a real estate license. You don't need any real estate background. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, so what I mean by that is that you could do something which is called rental arbitrage, where you basically get an apartment, you lease it for the purpose of listing it as a short-term rental. Now, before everybody come at me and say, is that legal? Is a landlord going to let you? Nobody's going to let you do that. But first of all, I told y'all, 5 properties in under 5 months. So I know what I'm talking about. I have many friends who do this business as well. You guys have to go out there and do the work. A lot of people don't like doing the work. They just want the money. So when people hit me up and say, well, you saying you making all this money, yada, yada, yada from Airbnb, but I don't see, that's because I'm too busy working, okay? I don't have time to be getting cute and walking around in my heels and all of this as much as I want to, because I'm out working. When I tell you I first started Airbnb, I hit up over 150 properties to get permission. And out of 150, almost 90 something of them said no. And then the other 10, they was like, maybe, maybe not. So it's not easy. I'm never going to lie to nobody and be like, oh, this is so easy. This is so easy. You could just find a place, put on Airbnb. Because guess what? A lot of people host Airbnbs illegally, meaning that they don't have the permission. Not knocking nobody that does that, whatever. But the thing is, it's a very big risk. And you guys, some of y'all trying to manage it out of state. Y'all crazy. Y'all trying to manage your Airbnb out of state that you don't got permission from. It's going to be very hard. You're going to always be sleeping wondering if your business is going to be under in like 2 minutes. So don't feel like you got to do that, because you don't. So I'm going to give y'all some game on how exactly you can find different places, some methods that you can use. And then I'm going to just talk about how you can set things up, okay? So hi to everybody that's just joined live. For those of you here, what's going on? Welcome to my free Airbnb info session. So let's go. Let me get my notes because like I'm already feeling myself rambling. I need to stay on point. All right, so we talked about having the mindset. Who remembers what's the 3 things I said you need in the mindset? Put that in the comments. Let me see who was listening. Let me see who was paying attention because I love when people pay attention. Okay, so make sure you put that in the comments. Now, what I'm going to say is something that some of you may not know or some of you may know, but you need to set up your business right, okay? Set it up for success. You can do this without, like, you don't have to have, like a license or anything, but you should have an LLC. The reason why I'm telling you that is because an LLC is going to get you business funding. It's going to get you business credit. So if you don't have any money to start, guess what? You can be eligible for credit. You can be eligible for funding from the bank if you have an LLC and everything's set up right, okay? So please do your due diligence and look up how to start an LLC. An LLC is very easy to start nowadays. Like I wish I knew this information years ago because when I was starting business, I knew nothing about forming LLCs and I used to have to pay people to help me do this. Nowadays, you can do it all on your own online, very easy, very simple, and very fast. So how you can do it is one of the websites I like to use. It's a little expensive, I'm not gonna lie, but you get everything done really fast. You get all your paperwork that you need. They give you a nice little binder. It's called LegalZoom.com. That's how you could form an LLC. And if you don't know what an LLC is, it just stands for a limited liability corporation, which basically means that you instead of you like having your name on everything, it would be your business's name on everything, your LLC's name on everything. So now at this point, you control everything, but you own nothing with the LLC. So what that means is when somebody try to come for you, they coming for your business, not you. So when you see like the richest, wealthiest people and they say, oh, they went bankrupt, they have no money, but no, they still got money. That's why they still walking around with all their, their assets and still looking fly and still able because their business might not have money. So this is how you can avoid being broke. You put everything into your LLC and you separate yourself. So that's what the LLC really means, a limited liability corporation. One thing about me, I'm big on words. If I don't understand something, I look up the words. So you guys, limited liability corporation, understand what that means, and that's why you're forming that, because that's what's going to go hand in hand with your business. So LegalZoom, right? One cool thing about LegalZoom is that they also have a payment plan, I believe. So let's say it costs $450 for you to file your LLC. I think you could do a payment plan. So there you go, four easy payments. Okay, you can have your business in 4 easy payments. So there's also InkFile. I like InkFile as well, so you can use InkFile. And then there's one other one, Zen Business. Those are the 3 places that I recommend: LegalZoom, InkFile, and Zen Business that you could file your LLC. Get your LLC because later on it's going to come in handy. Now, let's say you don't want to get your LLC because you're like, I don't have the money, Miss Monica. What am I going to do? You have the option to find somebody who already has a property in a city that you can list, and then you would pair up with them. Or you can become a co-host, which I always recommend to people who don't have money. Go find somebody with a property already. Go find someone on the Airbnb platform. How would I find those people, Miss Monica? Go on Facebook, join Facebook groups. You guys be on Facebook all day long posting shit that nobody cares about. Go on Facebook and join some Facebook groups, okay? I was about to say a word. Go, see, in real life, I curse. I get serious, but online, I want to be so explicit. But if y'all want me to take it there, I will. But anyway, go on Facebook and join Facebook groups, because on the Facebook groups, there's a lot of information. You might find somebody with a property that they're not doing well on Airbnb and they need help. You could co-host for them. What does co-hosting look like? Answering messages, fixing up the listing for them, scheduling deliveries for them, cleaning, whatever, you name it. You would come up with that, okay? I cannot tell you how to be a co-host because it's going to look different for every person. You get what I'm saying? But definitely that's another way for you to get started. You could collect a percentage. You know what I'm saying? Like start like that. You get what I'm saying? So anyway, someone said, be you, please. I'm weak. Nah. We don't need to add all the extra stuff in there today. Not for this class. So, like I said, now that you go and you get your, let me look at my notes, make sure I'm on point. You get your LLC, right? Now, this is what I left out. Before you even go online and file your LLC, I want you to do this step, because I have to tell you guys this first, because this is something I made a mistake with. You need to get yourself a business address first. The reason why is because when you file your LLC, you're not going to want to put your home address. The reason why is 2 reasons. You don't want no crazy person to show up to your house, knock on your door, and think that your business is, your house is your business, is open 24 hours. You don't want people to know your home address all over the internet, right? So you don't want to connect your LLC to your home address. Yes, there are people who run businesses in their home, but let me tell you the next reason why you also don't want to do that. The second reason is that when you're trying to get funding from the bank, you're trying to get credit, they're not going to approve you now because they're going to look up your business address and see a residential place. And if you're saying that your business does yada, 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 and you need 30,000, 50, 60, 100,000, they're not going to give that to you because you have a home address and you don't look legitimate. Your business just was formed yesterday and they're going to be looking at you sideways. So if you have an official business address, that will be better. So make sure you get that first before you do the LLC, because this is a mistake that I made in the beginning. I didn't get my address first, right? And then I had to go and make changes to my LLC. You got to make changes to your operating agreement. You don't want to have to do that. So let's try to do it right the first time. You know what I'm saying? So yes. So how can you get your business address? Very simple. You're going to search online. One of the websites I like to use is ipostal1.com. Okay? No, you cannot use P.O. boxes. ipostal1.com. You go in there and you get a virtual address. Virtual addresses are very inexpensive. They're probably like a few dollars a month. You can get that, or the other option would be for you to get a business address, okay? So you can get a virtual where you would just get mail sent, or you can go ahead and get yourself a whole entire co-working office space situation. So some websites I like to use is Regus, Regus, or Spaces. They usually have offices all over the US that are, very inexpensive. You can pay to, some of them you can rent out a whole entire conference room. Some of them you can rent out like a small space. Other of them you could just walk in and do the co-working space. But anyway, the point of that is that it's an actual building with an address that you would use on your paperwork when you're filing your LLC. Okay, and now when you go and applying for this business credit, guess what's going to happen? You look more official, because when that underwriter is looking you up online, typing in your business address or typing in your business name, they're going to see that address is attached to a building, an establishment that looks official. Boom, there you go. Very simple, very easy. You do have to have money to start this. Let me just say that. So if you don't have money, right? Let me just backtrack a little bit. If you don't have money, what are you going to do? Miss Monica, I don't have the money. I'm not there yet. Fix your personal credit. Just listen to me on that part. If you fix your personal credit, it will help you with a lot, because you can use your credit to get started and get the ball rolling. See, in the past, people use their credit for stupid things they didn't need. People pull out personal loans to buy Christmas gifts and clothes and all type of nonsense. You can utilize that for a business if you're not at the point of, starting things up. You don't have any extra money. Actually, most of the wealthiest people who started businesses use OPM, which stands for other people's money. If you ever watched the show Shark Tank, I don't know how many people, if you've ever watched the show, let me know in the comment section. It's actually one of my favorite shows. I've been watching it for years. So in Shark Tank, people have to present, let me not go too off the topic, but people have to present a business plan. They're presenting a plan so that they can get what? Money, and they can get advertisements and all type of things from the investors that are sitting there. It just goes to show you that most successful businesses, they cannot run with their own money. It's just not enough money. You need that funding. You need that fund. So don't feel afraid to use credit cards and use loans, because for the purpose of building a business, the profits that you make, you will be able to pay it back. See, now when you use your own money, you're going to be saving up, trying to save up. It's going to take you some time. And also, once you use it, it's gone. When you use something from your account, like a debit, it's gone. Subtract. Anything with the word DE in the front means it's gone. It's subtracted. Credit, like I was telling them the other day on my other live, credit, think about what the word credit means. A reward. You know what I'm saying? You don't only use credit for credit cards. You say, oh, I'm going to give her credit. or you get a credit to come back. Think about that. Keep that in your head. So when you're nervous about, well, I don't want to use credit, think about what those two words mean, how the English language plays around with words, okay? So you need to be using your credit. You need to. So anyway, now let's say your credit is terrible. You need to work on fixing it, repairing it. You can hit me up. I help people to repair credit as well. But you could also find someone with better credit than you and work with them. Stop trying to do business by yourself. That's another thing I'm going to say. A lot of y'all be trying to do everything. You want to be the CEO. You want to be finding out for the location. You want to be just doing everything without getting no one else's help. And that's very difficult. So if your finances are not there yet, don't be afraid to find a business partner who can pair up with you and you could get this started. So now, boom. Let's fast forward now. I had to just say that because I know some people are probably thinking it. Looking at my notes right here. Just make sure I stay on point. Okay, so like I said, you file your LLC, right? Once you get your LLC, a couple of other things you're going to want to do. You're going to want to get a website. You're going to want to set up your social media. A website is very easy to get. It's not hard. So don't overcomplicate this. You don't need a fancy website. Literally, all you need is a landing page. So you can research that. There's plenty of people who could design it for you. Web designers, developers. You could find them, again, on social media. Stop using social media for bullshit. Okay, people? There are business owners all over social media promoting stuff and looking for people who are inexpensive, who work with new business owners, who work with people who are on a budget. Secondly, when you start out a business, you have to cut costs in the beginning anyway. So you guys shouldn't be paying somebody over $300 to design a simple website for you. Now, if you're smart, you could also try to figure out how to do it yourself. Go find some YouTube videos. Go invest in a course. One of my favorite websites to go on is called udemy.com. udemy.com. You can learn a lot of stuff. There's also Teachable. There are people out there who have full-blown courses who teach you how to build websites from scratch, how to code, all type of stuff that you can figure out in a few days. So if you're one of those people that you want to do it yourself, you don't want to pay someone, you don't want to look for someone, then that's your second option. But you're going to need a website because, again, when you're trying to apply for the business funding, they're going to be looking for that. For you to have your business, like I said, your business formed correctly, for you to have your website, even the social media, because nowadays they look up social media too as well to make sure you're legitimate. They got to make sure that you're not just asking for this money and you're going to do nothing, you're not going to pay them back. So that's why you need those things. A phone number, business phone number. Again, the same website where you get the business address, a lot of them have business phone numbers on there as well. And for anybody that missed it, again, go on Regis.com, spaces.com, iPostal1. Those are some places to visit. Go do your research. Don't ask me which one is which. Go look it up. If you're listening, you would have heard all of that already. So yeah, so now, boom. We got everything situated in the business world. We did what we got to do. But how are we going to find those properties, right? I told you guys to already look on AirDNA. I told you guys to look on Mashvisor. Now, another thing that you could do is you could just hit the streets. I don't know why people don't do this part, but you can hit the streets. Get in your car, take your 2 legs, and walk around and look for properties. That's another way to find it. So there's a lot of places that, like houses that will have, for sale signs. Call the number on there. Call the number on there and see if the person that the number is listed owns it, and you can get in contact with them and tell them what you do. You are a short-term rental business looking for properties to house your clients. That's it. Do not call them, say, oh, I do Airbnb, I want to do Airbnb. You guys got to understand this. Let me tell you why. You don't want to lead with Airbnb because a lot of people think Airbnb is just vacationers. People think Airbnb is just people coming for a party. That's not how you want to present yourself. Secondly, Airbnb is not your business. You are not the CEO of Airbnb. Airbnb is just a platform. So this is why you want to lead. When you're talking to these people, you want to lead when you have a short-term rental company. Your short-term rental housing solution, something of that sort. Now, think about it. These businesses have been around before Airbnb came into play because entrepreneurs, different people needed places to live temporarily, even travel nurses, students. So short-term renting is not new. There's actually huge corporations that do it. But now that Airbnb came into the game, regular people like me and you are starting to figure it out that we can do this as well. So when people tell me, oh my gosh, Airbnb, you do that, that must be illegal, blah, blah, blah. cut the shit, because at the end of the day, this is not brand new. This has been around. A lot of y'all are just figuring it out because either you're young or maybe you just don't know anything. But at the end of the day, short-term renting is not new. So that's why I tell people you can get into this so easy, because there's different paths that you could take in this. But again, you're going to be looking for those places, looking for, you can also go on Zillow.com, Hotpads, Show Me the Rent. Those are some of the ones I can think off the top of my head. Partners.com, look for private owners. How do you know they're a private owner? Private owners are not going to be those huge complexes with over 200 apartments. Those are the ones that y'all are trying to do Airbnb in, and that's why you're getting no's. That's why you have to do it on low, because they're not going to say yes. Because why? They want their money. That's how they look at it. Why would they want you, a regular everyday person, to move in, put their apartment on Airbnb and make $3,000 per month off of their apartment? You guys hear how crazy that sounds? So that's why when you're calling them, or that's why when you're going, they're saying no. You can't do it here. You know what I'm saying? So you have to find a different way. So I like to tell people to find private owners. People who are, they have properties on their hands and they don't have tenants. Because that's the traditional way. People would have tenants and they would just rent out their place to tenants for the month. But guess what? Now they're capped at a certain amount that they can make every month. So Airbnb brings a new opportunity for them to make a little bit more money. But here's the thing. A lot of them don't want to do Airbnb. They don't want to manage the guests. They don't want to set up the listing. They don't want to clean it. They don't want to do all the work. So that's where you come in. So you can offer your services and boom, there you go. Now you have a property. You can either split it up to where you're running everything and then they get a percentage, or you can have them take more just because you're hosting there and then use them to leverage for the next property. And then the next property, you don't let nobody take a cut. That's what I like to tell people. Sometimes you got to start somewhere. Don't feel like your first property is going to make you rich. Your first property is not going to make you rich. It's just going to be a little extra side income. It's not until you hit like 5-10 properties, unless you have a house, that you're going to be making a lot, because it just, realistically, once you start paying for all the expenses and stuff, the profits is going to go down. So don't go into this with the mindset, oh, you're going to be a boss bitch, or you're going to be a big dog, you're going to have all this money, okay? I want to tell y'all that, okay? So just keep that in mind. So yeah, so let me stay focused. So like I said, you're going to look for private owners. You're going to build up a relationship with them. Now, how do you do this? I like to see, now I'm giving y'all some free game that I have in my ebook. So now I'm not even going to say it now. No, I can't even say it. You know why? Because I feel like when I tell people stuff for free, they don't even listen anyway. I feel like, I don't even know if y'all are listening. If anybody was listening to any part in here, you could put it in the comments, something that stuck out to you that you remembered in case somebody else missed it. Because I want to see people are actually listening. Because I don't want to give information and then people don't care or don't do nothing with it. So that's why I'm like, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't even say certain parts. So if you was listening just now, put it in the comments. Put something that stuck out to you that you remember, so somebody else can, get that game that they might not have heard. All right, so boom. You got your permission, right? Let me put my notebook over here. Good. I see a lot of good stuff. Be resourceful, listen, private owners, good. Keywords, that's it. Keywords, you guys. And this read is R-E-G-U-S, sweetheart. R-E-G-U-S. But good, that's good. All right, so y'all good. This is good. So there's, how many people in this live right now? There's 52 people in this live right now. So that means I should see 52 new people on their way to getting their Airbnbs for the new year. That's right. 52 people. Oh, now we have 55. So that's what I should see. Also, I'm going to do something special for y'all since y'all on this live. I'm going to pin something. Save 10. So that Save 10 is for my ebook. My ebook has 64 pages of how to get started on Airbnb. I break a lot of stuff down in that ebook. Not only do I break stuff down, I show you how to use the credit cards. I explain how to apply, how to get them, how to use them. And then another thing that I go over is how you pitch to the private owners in my ebook. I explain that. I tell everybody the formula, the psychology of what you need to be doing so you can get a yes. Also, in there, it's a bonus in there. A lot of people don't know, but there's a bonus in there. It's a special bonus. So in there's a bonus. inside of the book, there's also my list. I have a whole list that I created. A whole list that I created for you guys, that if you want to know what things to purchase online to put in your Airbnb, whether it's furniture, whether it's the automation systems, smart locks, all of that type of stuff that I currently use in all my properties, I put that in there. So now you don't even have to do the work. You literally just have to press add to cart. So boom, there you go. But yes, so how did you like the ebook, Rochelle? So save 10. If you guys, there's 53 people on here right now watching. So let me see something. That means that when I go check my dashboard, I should see 53 new people that use code SAVE10. We're going to see. I should look at it. Matter of fact, let me get my laptop. That's what my laptop's in. Let me pull out my laptop. Let me hit up my assistant. First of all, make sure she's on it with the code. She said the code. Listen, y'all, my assistant just messaged me. She said the code has been added in. It's working. She's probably watching live too. Okay, so boom. I'm going to go right now and look, because this is why, so when you guys be like, why are people charging for info, because I noticed that something about when people get free information, they take no action whatsoever. You guys don't know how many family members I got that I tell all this info to, they don't do nothing, right? So this is my test right now. I put the code SAVE10. My assistant said it's working. We're going to see. I'm gonna just put it right here. Yep, she said it's working right now. Okay, cool. So we're going to see who was listening. So anyway, let's continue. Let's keep going. Let's keep going with the info. So you guys are still following. If you're still following, put the 444 in the comment section down below. Okay, so now that you got your permission, you got your property, how are you going to furnish it, right? Like I said, credit. You can utilize credit. So if you set up your business structure already, something you can do is you can get net 30s. Net 30 accounts basically mean that you can make purchases and pay it back 30 days later. Wow, that's lit. You know why that's lit? Because now you can take a bunch of reservations and then you could utilize the money that you make and pay it back. So there you go, you guys. Now you don't even have to have any money to start. You can use the net 30s. Net 30s are usually very easy to get approved for. So one of the ones that I always use is Quill.com. On Quill, you can get things like, I even get my coffee machine from there, my coffee K-cups. You can get paper towels in bulk, tissue, so much stuff from there. It's very, very good website. And then guess what? You don't have to pay it back till 30 days later. So now you don't have to worry about pulling out of your own expenses. You literally have your business credit. You got maybe a business credit card or a personal credit card, whichever, you end up getting eligible for. And you got a net 30 account on your side. Boom. So now you're able to furnish. Some of the net 30s even have furniture. Also, Amazon has a business account. Wayfair has a business account. Overstock, they all have business accounts. Start going on the websites and places that you already shop at and go and see if they have a business version of the site. Most of them all do. You got Sam's Club, I think Costco, all of them have business sites. And what you could even do is you can call the number on the site and you can see if there is a way to sign up for credit cards utilizing that business information. So remember, you have to form your business. You got to get your EIN and all that because they're going to ask for that. But again, this is a way that you can get started and you do not need to use your own money. So I don't want to hear nobody telling me they're trying to save up. They wait until they get some money. You guys don't need to. Remember, what's the key word? If anybody got the key comment in the comment box, what's the 3 letters that we always do when we start a business? The 3 letters. Let's see if anybody was listening to that, because I said it a little while ago. Did anybody get it? The 3 letters? Yes, OPM, exactly. Other people's money. Utilize that acronym every day of your life from now on. Other people's money. Other people's money. Other people's money. Other people's money. Say it like that to yourself. You got to do it, because if you use your own money, child, listen, I did it. My bank account went from 6 zeros to real fast, because it's very difficult when you use your own money. Trust me. You can research it. All businesses start like this. See, now in the past, we used to have to to go to angel investors. We used to have to write these long, extensive business plans. But nowadays, business credit is the wave right now. So when you're seeing so many people, entrepreneurs, open up storefronts, doing this and that, you guys, they ain't using their own goddamn money. It's business credit, okay? So start researching that. Like I said, when you form your business, so this is what I want to say about you forming your business. Do not name your business something like Miss Monica Lee's houses, Miss Monica Lee's properties, Miss Monica Lee's real estate, Miss Monica Lee's Airbnbs. Don't put anything to do with housing, short-term rental, real estate, travel, comedy, none of that. You know why? Because it is a high risk when you're going to the bank. So there's something called the NAICS code, and it basically is how banks identify the type of business that you have. So if you have that in your name, you are giving it straight away. And when you're a new business, it's going to be very hard. They will deny you just off of your name. An LLC can be as simple as 3 letters, BLW. And that could be your LLC. You don't need to make this complicated. Just like I tell people, don't be worrying about logos and all this crazy stuff. What you want to do when you starting out is just get out there and do it. You know what I'm saying? Just get out there and do it. Stop overcomplicating the process. So with the LLC, don't overcomplicate it. Don't name it something crazy. Don't get your head all caught up in there, because that's not important. You want to hurry up and get to the bag already. Okay? So, and you can have multiple LLCs. That's another thing. So you could always make another LLC later on. So if you want to sell bundles and you want to sell, lawnmowers, and you want to do Airbnb, you can, because you just go get another LLC. That's it. So don't overcomplicate that part. But so now you get the permission. Like I said, you go and you starting to furnish it. Now, something I like to tell my students, this is not something that everybody agrees with, but themed units. If you can create a themed unit, you are going to make more money. Theme units don't have to be over the top. I prefer over the top themes. I prefer to paint, put chandeliers, paintings. Sometimes I spend bread on my paintings. Sometimes my paintings are really expensive. I go all in with the pillows. But again, you don't have to do that, because a theme is just an aesthetic that you're basically putting throughout the entire apartment. Okay? So you don't have to go and do the whole 9 yards. And another thing you could do is just get your listing up and running, and once you make some money, you can reinvest it back into your Airbnb and decorate it even more over the top. You get what I'm saying? But don't go crazy with this. So some examples of themes would be bohemian. How you would achieve that? You would go and get vintage pieces. You get the nice, like a dream catcher. You could get a lot of green plants to put everywhere. Give that vibe that's bohemian. Another theme would be all one color. You can get all of the bedding black, all of the couch, the rug black, the appliances, all the kitchen supplies, everything black, all black. You can do the whole bathroom black. Like, just think like that. The theme does not have to be nothing crazy and over the top. It just has to be something that when people look at the photo, they get it, and then they like it and they want to stay there. Themes, you can even, like, something I like to do, I put a swing chair sometimes in my place. Or, I'll get like something like that stands out, neon light, just something really fun. Make a green wall, you name it. It's not that hard, but just do something like that. Okay, so do something like that so that when people are scrolling through all the listings, they end up seeing yours and they're like, oh, I gotta stay there. Because this is what you want to do. When people want to go to Disney, they want to go to Disney for the experience, for the name. That's how you want people to feel when they see your Airbnb on the site. There are so many listings, you guys, because Airbnb has been around for a few years now. So there are people who have tons of listings, and people are starting Airbnbs every single day. So this is why I tell my students, if you want to make more money, if you want to get in on getting booked a little bit more, themes. When it's slow season, which is like right now, usually slow season starts around January to like March. For some cities, there's not really too much of a slow season, but usually when it gets slow, if you don't have a theme unit, you're not getting books. There's options though for those units, and I'll go into that in a little bit, but it's going to get really slow for you. So that's why I try to tell people, just think of a theme. Just think of something that you can try to translate. You can just get a music artist. Like, who's your favorite artist? You like Nipsey, go and get like a bunch of Nipsey artwork. Get Aaliyah. Like, think about who your target guest is too. Like, if you want to target traveling business professionals, then go and get an office space and set up a desk, College students, same thing. If you want to target, nurses, make it very comfy. They work very long shifts, so they're gonna want to have a nice, comfortable bed. Give them all the things they need to clean, because usually nurses are super clean. So give them all the things they need to clean. But think like, who is gonna be the person staying here and give them everything they need? Me. A lot of my units are geared towards girl trips, girls who create content, because I also use my places to create content. I do events and different things there, so that's why I set up mines that way. You get what I'm saying? But that doesn't have to be your path, because then you have to keep in mind that when you do target a certain guest, you have to make sure that that location that you have has those type of guests coming there often. So for example, a place like Miami and Atlanta, doing girl trip themes is not too bad, because a lot of young women do come to those cities and do party and do go to bars and restaurants. Same thing if you wanted to do young men. You could do a themed unit that has like arcade or something, or like it's like a 420 friendly or something like that. Hookah, drinks, you name it. You know what I'm saying? But just think about the location and what you want to offer, and think about the demographic of people that you want there. And that's how you can decorate. And make sure, please don't skip this part. I tell my students this all the time. Professional photos. Do not list your Airbnb with your phone pics. Do not list your Airbnb with your phone pics. Do not list your Airbnb. I'm not playing with y'all. The reason why I say it is because people don't listen to me, and they take their own pictures for whatever reason. Probably a lot of okay, so this is another thing. Once you get your place, before you even decorate, set up your photo shoot. You want to set it up because those photographers that do real estate photography, sometimes they're booked and busy and they're hard to find. So you want to start doing your work before you get into the place, so that you can make sure that they're going to be available to take your pictures. You don't want to set everything up and then there's nobody to take your pictures. You need professional photos. We are in 2022. Nowadays, our phones have the highest quality. So now people's eyes are so used to seeing high quality things. When they go on your listing and they're not even going to click your listing, matter of fact. When they just see it, they're going to scroll past it. So you got to try your best to make your listing look popping. So you know how when you see like a real estate, like a house, you want to go, like, I don't know if you guys do this, but I do. I go on Zillow and I look at my dream house. Those pictures look amazing. I want to go live there now, right? That is the beauty of stage photography, stage real estate photography. It makes you want to live there. So that's what you want when your guests see the pictures. You want them to stay there. Also, the more pictures you have, different angles, it lets guests know what exactly they're getting, what they're paying for. Just because you have professional photos, you could charge 10% more than other hosts. That's my little tip, my little secret. You can even go so far as to get outside pics of the pool, pics of if your apartment has different amenities, you could get that as well. That's gonna make people excited. I have people send me messages on Airbnb. I cannot wait to stay here. Oh my gosh, I want to go to the pool and the hot tub, and I'm like, yeah, because they're seeing themselves, they're getting excited. You need your guests to feel like that. Nobody's gonna book your place if nothing about it stands out. So what's the 2 things I told you guys to make sure you do when you get your listing? 2 things that you want to do. Somebody drop it in the comments just so I can make sure everybody's paying attention. And again, the Save 10 code is for my ebook. It's a special code that I just created just now for everybody that's on the live. As soon as the live ends, I'm deleting the code. The code will not work. So nobody better DM me that they try to use the code and didn't work, because when the live is done, I'm deleting it. Okay? So Save 10, that's how you can use that for the ebook if you're interested. The ebook has 64 pages of info. So you probably want me to answer so many questions, and I wish I could answer all of them, but a lot of the questions that y'all have is in the ebook. A lot of it. I've been doing this for almost a year now, and so I've basically come up with almost everything that most people ask me on the lives, everything that people ask me on the phone, people in my consultations, my Facebook group. You guys, I kind of came up with everything and put it in the ebook. On a live, it's very hard to answer all people's questions. So that's why I have ebooks and courses and things like that, mentorship and stuff, so that you could get that dedicated, info. But yes, let me go into it so you guys are paying attention. You guys are paying attention. No, it's okay. You can't listen and purchase. No, I'm not telling you that. I'm telling you that you can do it after. But I know that once I am done and it's done, it's done. So don't be trying to use the code 3 days from now, because that's what people be doing. Miss Monica, I'm trying to use this, not working. That is old. That don't work no more. So that is just for you guys for being on the live and paying attention and hopping in. I appreciate, because y'all could be doing anything right now. It's the evening time. Y'all could be watching something on TV. You could be watching Netflix. I don't know. You could be just out enjoying your life, but you want to sit here. So I got to give something back to y'all, because there's not a lot of people that will see something and sit here. Because it's been like 30 minutes already, 35 minutes. Y'all been sitting here listening. So I got to give y'all something, and to give back. So boom. So you get your pictures now. Now you are ready to go. You go and you list, right? You go and you list your property. So here's the thing. Why is my chair making that crazy noise? Sorry, y'all. So when you go list your property, here's the thing. 2 things, like I said, the photos is very important, but also the title. The title is the key. A lot of people don't know this. The title is the key. You want to make a title that does not have information that don't need to be in the title. Okay? So what I mean by that is, if your property is in Florida, or let's say it's in Miami, there's no reason for you to put the name like cozy apartment in Miami. You don't need that, because Airbnb already has that info. The person already is searching for places in Miami. They know that already. You only have 50 characters in the title. That's it. So you don't want to waste those 50 characters putting stuff that's not necessary. So don't put the location, don't put how many bedrooms. Those are things that are already in it. It's redundant and it's a waste of space. The reason why you want to put a juicy title is because that's how you're going to get pushed up in the search. Airbnb has an algorithm, y'all. Just like we have algorithms on Instagram. You are seeing me probably because maybe you looked at something else about Airbnb. Maybe you follow other entrepreneurs. Maybe I am a mutual friend of somebody that is a mutual friend of you. Who knows? But the point is, we're all connected from algorithms nowadays. So everybody's search on Airbnb is going to be unique to the algorithm, right? And so if your title has a very good SEO, and SEO stands for search engine optimization, that is what's going to make you get listed higher in search. You don't want to be on page 15. You know why? Because ain't nobody clicking on page 15 to book. Most people, what page y'all stop on when you book? Because I know me, I be impatient. I stop on like page 1. I just look at the top one. Ooh, this one's available. Okay, boom. I don't go that far. I don't go all the way in. Because me, I don't have, time is money for me. I don't have time to be looking through pages and pages and pages. Now, some people might. They're looking for the best place, but I like to filter out stuff too. So a lot of times I will do the most filters on Airbnb so that I can get exactly what I'm looking for. So again, you don't want to be all the way on the last page of search, because 9 times out of 10 nobody's gonna really see you on there. And what Airbnb does is they put the listings they don't want to promote on the last page. Now again, everybody's algorithm is different, so you might search and not even see the same listings as I will. So again, don't be too caught up in the page that you come up on, because it's not the same page for everyone. However, if you're getting pushed to the last page or often, which means they have different algorithms for different type of travelers. So they have travelers who always use Airbnb, travelers who are hosts like me, all travelers who search for 2 weeks. They basically have an algorithm for every type of traveler. And what happens is that as you get bookings, they kind of can identify what type of listing you have, and then they kind of match your listing with those travelers. So I've noticed that a lot of my travelers, in one of my places, if I get 2 long stays, I keep getting long stays, because Airbnb literally syncs everything based off algorithm. So again, don't be too caught up I don't want to be on the last page. Everybody's search will be different, but your point is you just want to stand out when people are searching. So that title has to be very good. Another reason why the title has to be good is because Google's the highest or the biggest, the largest search engine. Mostly everybody uses Google, right? So when they're searching, there's a chance that your Airbnb listing might come up on the search. So if you have a really great title, that's how people can find you even on Google. And if you get found on Google, the rest is history. Airbnb will start rewarding your listing. So boom, there you go. So now, a couple of things and then we're going to get out of here. couple, because I got my free class at 7. So a couple of things. Okay, so now that you did everything professional, you got the good photos, you got the good title, the good description, a nice juicy description. And you guys, I do Airbnb audits. So if you ever get a listing or you have a listing, I go and look at people's listings and tell them what they need to write. Tell them what they need to fix so that they can be booked and busy. You guys, my occupancy rate is up there. It's at 74% for all my listings. So 100, you never want to aim for. 100 means you're really cheap because nobody's going to book you 100% of the time. That's not realistic. So you want to aim for around like 70, 75, 80%. That's a good. So, you know, to be at that with multiple listings, like, I know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, if you ever need somebody to audit, I can help you guys with that. So that's that. Now, another thing before I go off into the next thing. A way to write your title is just look at other people's listings and then get an idea. Like, okay, like maybe I should include this. Maybe put your personality into it though. Always look at the super host listings, the people who kind of have the most reviews, the people who their property speaks to you. You know, you don't want to copy somebody's listing who it don't make sense. Like, no, you want the nice juicy description, and then you go and you reword it and make it your own. Don't copy it and paste it. Make it your own. Just use theirs as a reference to see what you should be including in your description if you're not good at writing things from scratch. You know what I'm saying? Me, what I like to do, and this is how I write books, this is how I, write captions. I just talk. I record myself, and then I put it all into words. So in order to transcribe, nowadays our phones can just transcribe for us. Like, we can talk to our notes. So that's one way. You could just talk to your notes, copy it, and put it. And you can use this skill for everything. So I just gave y'all a gem for everything. You can use that for things other than Airbnb. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, that's that. So now, boom. You got your pictures. Like I said, you got your juicy title, your juicy description. Pricing. Pricing is so important, you guys. You don't want to play around with those Airbnb pricing. You cannot throw your listing up for $200 a night if people in your area have way better listings than you and they're priced at $100 a night. You're not going to get books. So you got to do your research. This is why I tell people to get Mashvisor or AirDNA prior to getting your property, so that you can be comfortable with knowing what's the average price in your location. If you're doing the numbers and it's not making sense for you, let's say the average nightly rate is like $60, you might not want that. You might not want to put in all that work for $60 a night. You get what I'm saying? So you got to do the research first. So AirDNA or Mashvisor, get a subscription with either one of those, and you will be able to know everything you need to know about how to find, where to find the property, pricing, and all that good stuff, neighborhoods and everything like that. Okay, so anyway, if everybody's still following, drop the 444 in the comment box. And again, the save 10 for anybody who just joined, you could use that for the code for my ebook. So the ebook, like I said, has 64 pages of information. All the questions that I know y'all have in your head, it's in my ebook. Trust me, it is. I've been doing this for a while. I get these questions every day. Out of my 7,000 followers, I get like 50, 60 message requests per day of people asking me how to do Airbnb. So that's how I came up with what to include in the book. So again, if some of your questions I can't answer right now, don't get mad. It's in the book. You know what I'm saying? It's in the book. Who's going to come to my free class tonight? I have a class right after this, so we have to get out of here in the next 7 minutes so I can prepare for my students. I'm having a free Zoom class. If you text New Year to 74121, you can get the link for the class. I don't share the link on my bio or anything, so just, check your text message so that you can be in on the class. Some of you guys are going to be excited because now you got 2 hours of info. The book is $50. $50, 60 pages. You got links in there. You got info on how to get started. I put in the pitch, how to get a permission. I put in, where to look. I put in how to get credit cards, how to use the credit cards for it. It's so much information in there. You guys will be able to do what you need to do. You will. Trust me. And why I like books, a lot of people don't like books anymore or ebooks, is because you can go back to your phone and have the reference. Something about you watching this, if you didn't take notes, you're probably going to forget about, I would say about like 70, no, like 90% of the stuff I said, you probably only retain 10% of the information right now. You only retain the information that was interesting to you, probably. That's how most people works. So at the end of the day, ebooks allow you to go in, look back. Okay, that's what she said. All right, cool. And then you can apply it. So what's the text for the Zoom? So you want to type New Year to 741. That's how you get into the class, the free class tonight, which is at 7 p.m. So I'm going to pin it. I can't even pin my own comment, y'all. It's moving too fast on the screen. Somebody else can put it for me if you guys don't mind. Maybe I can pin it. Oh, do I have to unpin? No, it's too late. It just went away. Go to the link in the bio and hit text. There you go. That's an even easier way. So you guys, my assistant is on it. She is on it. My assistant just changed the link in my bio. It's looking extra sexy today. She changed the link in my bio and she added a way for you guys to text me directly. So now all those DMs about people saying, how do I talk to you? Blah, blah, blah. Just text, send a text so that we can get to you. Now again, your questions will be answered in the order they were received and also in the order that I can answer them, because some of y'all ask very personal questions and you need to schedule a consultation. I cannot answer very, very deep personal questions in a text message. It's really difficult. Y'all be putting me to work, to real work. But so far, if you enjoyed the free info that I gave y'all, let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments. Now, 2 more things I'm going to share with you. Cleaners is the backbone of your Airbnb business. If you don't have good cleaners, you don't have a good turnover team, you're going to get bad reviews. And guess what? You're not going to get booked. You're not going to make your money and you're going to be sad. So you need to invest into cleaners. If you want, you can clean the property yourself and profit the extra money. You get what I'm saying? But this is for people that want to treat this like passive income. Like me, I get cleaners. Lately, I've been cleaning my properties to cut down on some extra expenses, and also because I'm trying to improve some things and I need to know what's going on in my property. So I decided to do a little undercover boss type of thing and go clean my own places so that I can know what's going on, so that when I get my new cleaners in there, I know exactly what to tell them to do. So you guys can do stuff like this. You need to make a checklist. You need to make a video. You need to let them know exactly what they need to be doing, so that way when they're in your place, that it is at 100%. Because you guys, you can't have hair on the bed, in the shower, little fuzz balls under the couch, Cheetos, garbage, you name it. It smells like weed. It got liquor bottles in the corner. They have to be on it. Not even a dust, a lick of dust. They have to be on it. You need to be able to lick off the floor. So how do you find the cleaners, right? Turnover B&B. Turnover B&B. You guys are laughing, but you know what? There are people who have units like that. I've stayed at some where the Airbnb stinks like garbage because they didn't have a good cleaning team, or maybe they cleaned it themselves and you're not aware it stinks. My places, if you look at my reviews, and I'll show my reviews tonight in my class, my guests always say, it smells so good. Oh my gosh, it smells amazing. It's so clean. Like, come on, it's COVID right now. You cannot have your place not clean. Come on now. Don't do that to people. But anyway, Turnover B&B is how you can find cleaners. It is a very easy app to use. You sync everything up. You put your checklist. You can pay your cleaner out on there. Sync your card. It also syncs your reservations, so you don't even have to do the work. My cleaner is like, I have multiple cleaners, but I have a cleaner, she's so on it. Sometimes I don't even see my reservation. She's already booked to clean. And I'm like, wait, when did I get a reservation? Like, so I love it because there's no miscommunication about, oh, was somebody supposed to clean today? This, that. I always go and check though, because computers do mess up sometimes. They're not humans, but that's that. So now here's another thing, co-hosts. Like I told you guys earlier, you can be a co-host, but you could also find one. Get yourself a co-host, family, friend, whoever you can. Hire somebody, whatever. But get a co-host, because in case you have to go to work, in case you're unavailable, it's Turnover B&B, no air in front of it. Turnover B&B, one word. And it's not associated with Airbnb. It's its own website. So yeah, so I said I got to get out of here. Oh my gosh, let me hurry up and wrap this up because I got to prepare for the class. So here's the thing. If you guys want to be on the class and get more info, like, I don't know who it was that said it, just click the link in my bio and hit text. I would prefer for you to text New Year because then it automatically gives you the link. But whatever, you can hit text if you didn't hear what to text. So before I get out of here, like I said, so you're gonna get on turnover, you're gonna get your cleaners. You're going to need a co-host. The co-host is going to answer all those messages, inquiries. If you're sleeping, if you're busy, the co-host is going to hop in there and be that next person that can help you out with communication, okay? No, turnover B&B, but one word, no space. So when you have that co-host, they're going to help you to get 100% communication. Now, the thing is, you don't need to strive for 100. If you get 90, I want to say it's 90, 90% I think is the lowest you could get in communication before Airbnb thinks you're a dub. So try your best to have another person on it so that anytime someone messages, if anybody sends an inquiry about staying at your place, that somebody's always answering it, okay? You need that. So co-hosting is something that will make your life easier. Again, how do you find co-hosts? Like I said, ask a family member, a friend, teach them how to use the app. All you got to do is see how we're talking. We having a talk, and I'm showing you. You can call them on FaceTime and show them. You could call them on Zoom and show them share your screen. It's very easy to train somebody on what to do. Don't overcomplicate the process, okay? Just get that help that you need, because doing it by yourself is very, very hard. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all something that I don't even tell most people, because people ask me, how in the world do you handle so many properties? I have a virtual assistant. Okay, virtual assistant is the buzzword. If you've never heard of it or you're not too sure, virtual assistant. You can Google virtual assistant. Some websites that you can find them: Upwork.com, onlinejobs.ph, Facebook groups, Instagram, hashtag virtual assistant. Make one of your family members a virtual assistant. It's very, very easy to find one. Get one of those. They could be your co-host for you. They can answer messages. They can even answer the phone for you. Because the other day, you guys saw my story. I was complaining about my guests calling me. I got to switch things up. I got to take my number off there. Because I don't even answer my phone for guests. I don't text. I don't answer my phone. I don't even barely answer the inquiries. They handle all that. But sometimes, like I said, things come through. So my phone is still connected. And I'm like, who is this person? So you guys, anyway, this is how you can make Airbnb passive income for you, that you're not putting your all into it, and you can focus on other stuff. You just get help, and it's not expensive to do this, because like I said, every time that you're making profits, you're going to reinvest it into your business. This is how you grow. You cannot be a cheap entrepreneur, okay? Don't be that person you're holding on to every money, because you cannot grow if you don't reinvest your money. So when you're like, Miss Monica, how did you go from 1 property to 5 so fast? Because I reinvested my money. People want me to be materialistic and flashy and showing y'all the Lambo and the house, and if you make so much. No, I take my money and I reinvest it back into my business so I can scale, so that eventually I can do all of that with no problem. Because you guys, any entrepreneur that tells you that they only did this, that, and boom, they got the money, and it's not like that. Most of your money is going back into reinvesting into your business to make it keep functioning, making it keep growing, investing into payroll. Do y'all know what payroll is? Listen, I spend like $5-6K on payroll, like alone. You know what I'm saying? So payroll, taxes, these are things that real entrepreneurs have to worry about. So I'm not trying to scare y'all, because this is just free info. This is just beginner info. But what I'm saying is, don't go into this with the mindset, okay, I'm going to be rolling out here with big pockets right after this. This is why I'm kind of going to try to cut back on sharing screenshots of like my bookings, because people starting to get a little bit too money hungry, and I'm not liking the DMs that I'm getting from people. You know what I'm saying? I want only serious entrepreneurial spirit people. I don't want money hungry people. We don't do that on my side, that money hungry stuff. You get what I'm saying? I don't teach how to be a money hungry entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? I don't teach how to be a materialistic entrepreneur, how to do stuff so you get like, no, we're gonna run stuff the right way. So anyway, that's why I tell people, reinvest your money, because that's what you really need to be doing. Before you start spending, reinvest it so that you can grow, so that you can have multiple properties. So again, if anybody missed the beginning, the Save 10 that's pinned, that's for you to use for the ebook. The ebook has answers to all your questions, all of them. I know it does. Go click the link in my bio, and that's how you could get it. Now, what was I going to say? I was going to say a couple of things. Credit. You have to have your credit in order to be able to apply, okay? You have to have your credit in order to be able to apply for a lot of these places. Yes, you can go and get a corporate lease and use your business credit, but the problem is they're going to still want a PG. And guess what? They're going to run your 450 credit and be looking at you sideways while you got 2 repos and you trying to get their property and you talking about you're an entrepreneur. So fix your credit first. Some of y'all can fix your credit very fast. I've been posting my screenshots for my clients. I can fix people's credit in like 2 months, for some, not everybody. Again, how do you fix your credit? Pay your bills. You guys stop feeling like, you're not going to pay those people. You got to pay them. If you don't have money to pay your bills, find a way to make extra money. So that's why, if you guys notice, all the stuff that I teach is on clockwork. I talk about credit, how to make money online, and then I go into Airbnb. You cannot just jump into each of these without having one of them on lock. You get what I'm saying? So if you guys need help with credit, start there. If you just want to jump into Airbnb because your credit is lit already, go there. But the point is, all 3 of these are going to be working hand in hand, okay? So, boom. You got all 3 of those working. You're going to be on your way to being successful, on your way to having passive streams of income. And this is just a small little way. Like, you guys, imagine having a mansion that you have on Airbnb. Imagine renting out a mansion. Imagine having a whole apartment building. I want y'all to start thinking bigger. Don't even think small. Like, oh, I'm going to just get a little apartment. That's the beginning stage. Imagine having a whole entire house that has like 5 bedrooms, a big pool. It's like a resort style. Like, come on. Like, I want to see more people thinking outside of the box and thinking big, because it is possible. You just got to start. So don't watch this class. This is free info that other people, I know the other people, these are my peers. They charge thousands of dollars to tell y'all what I just told y'all. I took an hour out of my day. My head is hurting. My head hurts a little bit. Probably got to take a little Tylenol. Last time I was on here, my nose was itching. I don't know what's going on. Now my head hurt. You know what it is? It's spiritually, I'm giving a lot. I've been giving a lot. If y'all notice, I've been coming on my Instagram a lot too, sharing a lot. So it's probably that I'm giving, and my body's like shutting down. Like, so much energy. But, at the end of the day, I'm trying to do something to help my people. I want y'all to be financially literate. You get what I'm saying? And understand all the different ways that you can hustle without doing strange things. You don't need to hit a lick. You don't need to sell your ass. You don't need to rob nobody. You don't need to be trying to come up off of these little scams that's not going to make a difference. You need to be doing something that's going to create wealth, real wealth for you and your family. Some of y'all have children in my live right now. Your children will hate your guts if you drop to the floor tomorrow and you didn't leave nothing behind for them. Your children will hate your guts if they need something and you tell them you can't get it because you just don't got it. They're trying to, they want to get something to better themselves and you don't got it. They want to go to school. You can't afford it. Or let's say you don't want to put your kids in school. You just want to get them a mentor and put them out in the field, let them work. But you can't even do that. You can't invest in what you need to invest in. Do what you got to do. This is not just about material things. We got to shift from that. At the end of the day, don't get me wrong. Y'all see my Louis box. First of all, y'all see, hold on. Can y'all see my feet? I got my Balenci's on. So I'm not going to talk my shit. You know what I'm saying? Act like, because I love fashion. That's my thing. But at the end of the day, I had to definitely scale back on a lot. You guys, I'm itching to buy stuff. I'm itching to shop. This is my time of the year that I love to shop. I love when it's cold outside. I love coats. I'm like dying to buy stuff, but I can't. I'm dying to do my damn lashes. Look at my lashes. They look retarded. I have like mascara on. I'm dying to do certain stuff, but I'm saying no. I'm going to take my money and I'm going to invest it into getting my wealth, getting my bag up. You get what I'm saying? You gotta invest, you guys. That's it. And investing is not just your money. Sometimes you need to make sure you invest yourself into the right people around you, into the right position in yourself, investing your time into the right things. So it's not only just money. Again, some of y'all, like I said, y'all are sitting here watching this for an hour. That's good. I love it. That's the type of energy. I love it. Because now you're going to get off of here and think about, what did Miss Monica tell me? Okay, I need to start doing this. You're going to start looking up this stuff. This might be the first time that some of y'all even hearing this information, especially from somebody like me. If you go on YouTube right now and you look up Airbnb, you're going to see a lot of different colored folk up there, and they're not going to be young women like me. They're not going to be wearing Balenciaga sneakers and telling you the honest tea about it. They're not. So appreciate somebody wanting to give you the game that looks just like you, because I'm telling y'all, it's not that many. And then the people that are, they are charging top dollar for it, and they're not even trying to tell you much. They're just trying to keep you on a little thing. Listen, I want everybody to eat. I don't really care, because at the end of the day, I continue to grow and go up. It doesn't matter if I share with other people. I don't have that lack mindset that, oh my gosh, if I tell somebody else how to make it, I won't be, lit. I don't care. I don't even care if I tell somebody the information and they surpass me. That's not my business. I'm worried about me and mine. So at the end of the day, I get on here and I share because it's my passion to do that, and it's what I want to do. At the end of the day, I do charge. I charge for consultation. I got my ebook, because there's just certain things I gotta put, a price tag on for exchanging my time. You know what I'm saying? I have my own personal time. I got my own family too. But at the end of the day, I still try my very best to give y'all as much free game as possible. So I'm improving as a coach as well. I'm making sure that I deliver everything that I promise. And again, if you guys send me a DM, I don't check DMs. I'm going to be 100% with you. Yes, I'll be on Instagram. I post, but those are all auto posts. If you guys don't know, you want to be in my next mentorship, I'm going to be having a social media mentorship at one point where I teach you how to make money off of social media. And one thing that you don't want to be doing is be on Instagram all damn day long. So I have scheduled posts. So a lot of times I don't see it. By the time I do see the DMs, they're old. My VA, she reads my DMs and helps me manage them. So it's better for you to send a text. If you send a text or an email, I could get to you as soon as possible. But a DM is too hard. A lot of y'all, I don't know who is who. People are following me. I can't DM people that's not following me. It's just a lot. So make sure, anyway, I'm about to get out of here because I'm talking way too. You see what I do, y'all? If you enjoyed the live, drop the 444 in the comment box for me. Do that favor for me. Do that favor for me. Somebody asked if I'm a mentor. Oh, thank you so much, love, that I'm motivating. My energy is amazing. Thank you. So yes, I am a business mentor. So basically, I'm a serial entrepreneur, and I also do Airbnb. I currently have 5 Airbnb properties. I help other people host their properties. I help people get their Airbnb started. I help people find funding, credit, all of that. I just do it all. So at the end of the day, yes, I'm a mentor in that sense. I can give people guidance and direction. I also have experience with e-commerce. I've been selling online. I have businesses I don't even talk about that I do every single day. So I can pretty much teach anybody how to make money online. Literally, after you're done talking to me, you can make your first. I don't even want to be humble. I can say your first $1,000 after talking to me, because I have a game plan for a lot of different avenues. But anyway, we're not talking about that. We're going to talk about Airbnb today. So again, if you guys want to come to the Airbnb class, it's going to be starting. It's going to be on Zoom. So you need to have Zoom on your phone. You have Zoom on your laptop or your computer. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to get started. The Save 10 is for anybody that wants the ebook. That's a special code for the people only in this live. So once the live is over, I'm going to give it maybe 30 minutes. And then I'm taking it down. So if you guys don't get over in the link and get it, you're not going to be able to use it. So do what you will with that information. But yes, thank you guys so much for joining. I'm going to save the live for anybody that missed the beginning, because we was on it. We was on it today. I got right to it. If you guys enjoyed it, just let me know in the comments. And yeah, we're going to just keep this energy coming. For all the lives, I'm going to keep this energy coming. Basically, dropping free info, free knowledge, motivating stuff. And then you guys, I want you to ask questions too, in the future. If you have anything that you want to know about Airbnb and what it's like running an Airbnb, please don't ask me questions that have no business to be answered. And what I mean by that, people be wanting to ask me things that's you're not even on that level yet. You gotta crawl before you walk. So, people be like, taxes, and crying about stuff y'all didn't even start yet. Relax, calm down, okay? Don't be intimidated by things like taxes either, because it's just a part of the game. At the end of the day, entrepreneurs, we are different from regular folk. Regular folk have to pay taxes every time they get paid, right? And then at the end of the year, you get your nice little, or the beginning of the year, you get your nice little tax refund. Entrepreneurs have to pay taxes quarterly. So it's different. At the end of the day, it's just a part of the game. Just like you go to work and you don't question the taxes. You don't go yell at your boss. Oh, how come this much came out? You don't go yell at the state, and you don't go yell at the feds. Why is all this tax coming out, right? So why are y'all asking me all these questions about taxes and things? Like, you didn't even start yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, calm down. You got to crawl before you walk, you guys, okay? And again, I don't give financial advice. I am not a CPA, so I cannot tell y'all certain stuff like that anyway, because then y'all be trying to sue me. But anyway, my point is, people want a lot of info, but they don't get started. I just gave y'all an hour and a half. Was it an hour and a half? No, I just gave y'all an hour of game. Whole hour of free game. So hopefully you took great notes and you get started. And I will see everybody in the Zoom class for those of you who are joining me on there. And yeah, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.